Hey y'all, I wanted to hop on tonight and do a quick video about how I prepare for doctor's appointments because I know that's something that can be pretty overwhelming, especially whenever you're newly diagnosed and everything. So I jotted down some stuff that I do and I figured I'd share it with y'all. The first thing that I do is I write down any questions that I have. I also have mentioned before in some of my videos about a journal that I keep where I kind of write down any foods that I eat that are out of the ordinary, any activities that are out of the ordinary, any stressors, like anything that is out of the ordinary that could cause a flare, I try to jot it down. So with that and the questions that I write down, I take both of those. I take any evidence. So, like, for example, about a year and a half ago, I had discoid lupus pop up all over my face, my chest, my back, my arms, and it looked kind of like ringworms. I would take pictures of that every day, and it might have been a little excessive, but I did. I took pictures of it, and I took that with me as well because it helps for the doctors to be able to see what you're dealing with and what you're going through. And by the time I went to an appointment, some of those spots could have gone away or changed or any of that. So I make sure I do that. Another thing too that I do is I keep my doctors in communication with each other. Because I have lupus, so I have like primary doctor, pulmonologist, nephrologist, ophthalmologist, rheumatologist, all that. And my main doctors are kind of my primary doctor and my rheumatologist. They're kind of my main doctors, well, and the ophthalmologist, and then the other ones are just kind of in the background at this point. But I try to make sure that they all stay in consistent communication with each other so that they all know what treatments we're doing, what's working, how this, whatever organ that they're supposed to be over is doing, and everything, to try to manage my flares and stuff. Because just because I'm on a treatment for my lupus, like a while back I was doing CellCept and Benlysta, that was not doing anything to prevent my lupus nephritis. My lupus nephritis showed up while I was on the CellCept and Benlysta. So that was also whenever my discoid lupus happened. So while it was helping certain parts of my lupus and controlling that, other parts were getting out of hand and still flaring up. So they have to be in the consistent communication so that we can stop that, because we can't let one organ go unhandled or unwatched. I don't know. So I just try to always make sure that they stay in consistent communication, and I will make sure that I go over the notes from my other doctors with each doctor. That can be time consuming and a little stressful, but it does get easier, and they get used to it, and my doctors are really great about communicating with one another. Sometimes too, now in the very beginning, whenever I was going to longer appointments, I would even ask the doctor if I could record. Most of the time they don't care. They knew that my hands were acting up really bad, so they would just let me sit there and kind of just record the conversation. That way I could go back and listen to it later so that I didn't miss anything, because I was getting so much information in the beginning. I jot down any symptoms or anything. I've already told y'all about that. I research stuff. So anytime I have like a new symptom pop up or any of that, I will research it. I'll watch doctors talk about it on YouTube. I will watch people on here talk about it. I watch all kind of medical scientist stuff. I mean, I just try to really do all my research to understand why things are happening. And the last thing really is advocating for ourselves. And if you, like me, are a people pleaser and don't have a backbone, take somebody with you whenever you need to that will advocate for you. Because, like, I will take my mama in a heartbeat. My mama is about 4'11", and she's mean as a rat snake, and I will take her in a heartbeat. She was actually the one that originally, whenever I got sick, and the one hospital in Opelika, Alabama was going to let me go ahead and buy the farm because they were not trying to help me at all. I went to LaGrange, Georgia. Praise God for them. My mama went in there and was like, y'all are admitting my daughter today. You're going to figure out what's wrong with her. So if you are having a hard time advocating for yourself, take somebody with you. It's so important. I also take my husband because he don't care what he says to nobody when it comes to me, bless him. But these are just some of the things I do. I'm sure other people probably have other things that they can throw in. Please, always. But that's what I do, and it's helped me a lot. It makes it a lot easier. So, as always, I love y'all. Thanks for watching. Anybody welcome to throw in your 2 cents. I love it. Give me ideas for videos as well. I'm praying for y'all, and God bless. Have a good night.